Uh, Good morning. It's Sunday, the 25th of October 2020, and this video is a complete remake of a video I made yesterday because in yesterday's video I didn't explain a couple of important details, and so in this video today, that's what I want to do and explain those important details. Firstly, big thank you to my best friend Layla for suggesting making this video, and also a big thank you to best friend Jenna for what I'm about to say in a few moments. I've got COVID-19, basically. Now, last Saturday, on the 17th of October 2020, I'd come down with oh, a cough like that, and a few other symptoms which at first I thought was a nasty case of the cold, because this time of year usually I get a bad cold anyway. And because I thought I had the cold, on Saturday the 17th of October 2020 I went to visit my best friend Jenna in Shrewsbury. Now it's important to note that my best friend Jenna, she is a leukemia patient. She's got a very rare version of leukemia, which in itself puts her at risk of a high risk of not only catching COVID but getting seriously ill from it. And she's got a 3-year-old son who has asthma, and that puts him at risk as well. So remember what I've said that just there. Remember that, it's important. So yeah, I went to visit Jenna last Saturday, and she was concerned about the fact that I was coughing. So yeah, she expressed concern about that. So at the end of the day, came back home to Telford, and throughout Sunday the 18th, for the most part on Sunday 18th of October, I felt ill, but not bad. And on the 19th of October, 20th of October and 21st of October 2020, I even went to work. But I felt absolutely shit on each of those days, absolutely shit. And so I had to call in sick and take the day off on Thursday the 22nd and Thursday the 23rd of October 2020. Now, on Thursday the 22nd, Jenna told me, basically, to go get tested for COVID. It was because the cough had been going on for so long, and yeah, it was probably better safe than sorry, but she insisted on doing it. And well, I went along with it. I found a track and trace centre in Hollinswood, which had plenty of vacancies for tests going on, and I booked one in. And the test was horrible, because you're given a swab, and I had to do it myself. You had to put the swab down the back of your throat, next to your tonsils, and next to each tonsil for about 5 seconds. And I hated that part. That was the worst part of the test for me. And I gagged and I threw up some phlegm and spit. That was really unpleasant. And then the next part of the test was I had to put the swab up my nose for 5 seconds. That part of the test was fine. So yeah, I then went home and I was told I was told to expect my results within 24 to 48 hours. I hoped I would get my results sometime Friday, but instead I was both emailed and sent text messages about my results first thing yesterday morning, and they said I tested positive at the time of the test. And that I've got to spend the next 11 days in isolation. So obviously I was surprised by that result, wasn't expecting that, but I went on to tell everyone about it, told my best friend Jenna, told my other friends, told work about it, sent a message to Job Centre about it, because obviously I'm not going to be in work next week. It'll probably be Monday, tomorrow I hear anything from Job Centre. And another friend told me about this subsidy I could apply to from Telford Re-Upload Council, which I had to apply for online, but I think I'll try that again tomorrow morning on Monday, because when I tried it yesterday online, the links didn't seem to be taking me anywhere, weren't working, so yeah. Now, yesterday, Jenna was kind enough to grab me some food shopping, and I sent her £40 to get some stuff organised, and she was kind enough to get it organised to bring it to my house. Now, I stayed in my room all day yesterday. The only time I left my room was to go to the toilet, and the toilet door is like 2 footsteps in front of my bedroom door, so that's that. Now, I live with 5 other people, and when Jenna got here, she handed the shopping over to one of my flatmates, who in turn brought the shopping to my room. And yeah, as you can imagine, Jenna is quite rightly angry at me. 2 reasons. First reason being what I said at the start of the video, the fact that she's a leukemia patient and her son is an asthma patient. These 2 things are very serious and could very well land him in hospital. And any normal trip to a hospital is not going to be fun anyway, but when you've got a COVID thing going on as well, because someone like me has been a complete and utter idiot, obviously things are going to get worse. So it's important people remember that detail. So yeah, on top of that, the other reason Jenna's rightly angry with me is that I didn't isolate last weekend. Even if what I thought was a bad cold had still been a bad cold, I should have isolated still, instead of just turn up at her place. I should have told her before I turned up to her place that I was ill, and I should have given her the choice to decide if I was still going to visit her or not that day. And the fact that I didn't give her that choice, she is quite rightly pissed off with me about that, and even worse at the fact that she's got leukemia, her son's got asthma. They're high risk anyway, and I've put them even more at high risk. And obviously, I hate that situation. I'm really, really regretful. I do regret it, and I really do apologise for that situation. I wasn't thinking. It was me being, yeah, simple as that. I wasn't thinking. There's Even if, like I said, even if I had just had a cold, then I still should have isolated for the sake of my friend. There's no argument about that. Should have isolated with them. So yeah, she's now taking precautions. Jenna's now been tested and is now isolating, waiting for results. So I hope she's okay. I really do hope she's okay. So I'm sorry, Jenna. I really am sorry. As for everyone else watching this video, don't be an idiot like me. If you're ill and it turns out to be something different to COVID, then just be careful, isolate, don't make the same inconsiderate mistakes I made. So there we are. So I'm now isolating in my room. Yeah. Next 11 days, well, starting yesterday when I had my results, 11 days, which, if my maths is right, ends on November 3rd, 2020. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to get bored, very bored, quite a lot, but fortunately I've got a few DVDs to watch, a whole load of books and magazines to read, so that'll hopefully keep me occupied. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So that's basically that. As I said, when the national lockdown happened, I was confident I wouldn't get COVID-19, and at the time I didn't. I'm a bicycle, cycling around. I was always by myself, staying away from people, which was easy to do considering everywhere was closed. And I enjoyed being on a bike in the good weather as well. But since things started to open, I was one of those idiots who got a bit giddy when the pubs opened. So I went for a drink there. That was potentially a mistake. Gotta get more into the habit of, if I want alcohol, go to the off license and drink it at home. Or better still, do I really need a beer at that time? Probably not, so just leave the beer alone. Ignore it. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to end this video here, and I had to remake this video because I needed to properly explain details I didn't make yesterday. I am very sorry to Jenna for putting her in the situation I've put her in. I regret that, I really do. It was stupid of me. At the same time, I'm grateful for her helping me out. So thank you, Jenna. Take care, be safe everyone, and I'll see you all soon in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.